Punctuation. There are 14 punctuation marks that are commonly used in English grammar. They are the period, question mark, exclamation point, comma, semicolon, colon, dash, hyphen, parenthesis, brackets, braces, apostrophe, quotation marks, and ellipses. Following their correct usage will make your writing easier to read and more appealing. Sentence endings. 3 of the 14 punctuation marks are appropriate for use as sentence endings. They are the period, question mark, and exclamation point. The period dot is placed at the end of declarative sentences, statements thought to be complete and after many abbreviations. For example, as a sentence ender, it is used as Jane and Jack went to the market. Dot. It is used as an abbreviation like her son, John Jonas, was born on December 6, 2008. Full stop. Use a question mark to indicate a direct question when placed at the end of a sentence. For example, when did Jane leave for the market? The exclamation point is used when a person wants to express a sudden outcry or add emphasis. Example. Within a dialogue, it is used like, "Holy cow!" screamed Jane. To emphasize a point, it is used as, "My mother-in-law's rants make me furious!" Exclamation. Comma, semicolon and colon. Comma, semicolon and colon are often misused because they all can indicate a pause in a series. The comma is used to show a separation of ideas or elements within the structure of a sentence. Additionally, it is used in numbers, rates, and letter writing after the salutation and closing. First, direct address. For example, "Thanks for all your help, comma, John." Second, separation of two complete sentences. "We went to the movies and then we went out to lunch." Here, comma is used after "we went to the movies." This shows the separation of two complete sentences. Third, separating list or elements within sentences. Susie wanted the black, green and blue dress. Here, the comma is used after the black, green and blue, which means it is a separating list. Whether to add a final comma before the conjunction in a list is a matter of debate. This final comma, known as an Oxford or serial comma, is useful in a complex series of elements or phrases but is often considered unnecessary in a simple series such as in the example above. It usually comes down to a style choice by the writer. The semicolon is used to connect independent clauses. It shows a closer relationship between the clauses than a period would show. For example, John was hurt. He knew she only said it to upset him. Here, semicolon is used after the sentence John was hurt. A colon. A colon has three main uses. The first is after a word introducing a quotation, an explanation, an example, or a series. For example, he was planning to study 4 subjects: politics, philosophy, sociology, and economics. Here, the punctuation colon is used after. He was planning to study 4 subjects. The second is between independent clauses when the second explains the first, similar to a semicolon. For example, I didn't have time to get changed. I was already late. Here, the punctuation colon is used after I didn't have time to get changed. The third use of a colon is for emphasis. There was one thing she loved more than any other: her dog. In this example, colon is used after there was one thing she loved more than any other. A colon also has non-grammatical uses in time, ratio, business correspondence, and reference. Dash and hyphen. Two other common punctuation marks are the dash and hyphen. These marks are often confused with each other due to their appearance, but they are very different. A dash is used to separate words into statements. There are two common types of dashes: en dash and em dash. First, en dash. Twice as long as a hyphen, the en dash is a symbol that is used in writing or printing to indicate a range, connections, or differentiations, such as 1880-1945. Here, en dash is used between 1880 and 1945. Second example, Princeton, New York trains. Here, en dash is used between Princeton and New York trains. Second, em dash. Longer than the en dash, the em dash can be used in place of a comma, parenthesis, or colon to enhance readability or emphasize the conclusion of a sentence. For example, she gave him her answer. Here, the em dash is used after she gave him her answer. Know whether you put spaces around the em dash or not is a style choice. Just be consistent. A hyphen. A hyphen is used to join two or more words together into a compound term and is not separated by spaces. For example, part-time. Here, hyphen is used between part and time. Back to back. Here, hyphen is used after back and after to. Brackets, braces, and parentheses. Brackets, braces, and parentheses are symbols used to connect or contain words that are a further explanation or are considered a group. Brackets are the squared off notation used for technical explanations or to clarify meaning. If you remove the information in the brackets, the sentence will still make sense. Braces are used to contain two or more lines of text or listed items to show that they are considered as a unit. They are not commonplace in most writing but can be seen in computer programming to show what should be contained within the same lines. They can also be used in mathematical expressions. For example, 2. Brace 1 plus bracket 23 minus 3 bracket close, brace close is equal to x. Parentheses. Parentheses are curved notations used to contain further thoughts or qualifying remarks. However, parentheses can be replaced by commas without changing the meaning in most cases. For example, John and Jane, who were actually half brother and sister, both have red hair. Here, the punctuation parenthesis is used after John and Jane and before both have red hair. Apostrophe, quotation marks and ellipses. The final three punctuation forms in English grammar are the apostrophe, quotation marks and the ellipses. Unlike previously mentioned grammatical marks, they are not related to one another. An apostrophe is used to indicate the omission of a letter or letters from a word, the possessive case, or the plurals of lowercase letters. Examples of the apostrophe in use include: first, omission of letters from a word. For example, I've seen that movie several times. She was not the only one who knew the answer. Here, the apostrophe is used in the word I have to omit the letter H and A. In the same example, apostrophe is used in the word was not to omit the letter O. Second, apostrophe is used in possessive case. For example, Sarah's dog bit the neighbor. Here, in the word Sarah's, apostrophe is used. Third, it is used for plural for lowercase letters. For example, 6 people were told to mind their P's and Q's. Here, apostrophe is used in P's and Q's. Quotation marks. Quotation marks are a pair of punctuation marks used primarily to mark the beginning and end of a passage attributed to another and repeated word for word. They are also used to indicate meanings and to indicate the unusual or dubious status of a word. For example, "Don't go outside," she said. Here, "don't go outside" is written in between the quotation marks. Single quotation mark. Single quotation mark are used most frequently for quotes within quotes. For example, Mary told the teacher, "I saw Mark at the playground and he said to be, Bill started the fight and I believed him." Here, "Bill started the fight" is written in between single quotation mark. The ellipsis. The ellipsis is most commonly represented by 3 periods, although it's occasionally demonstrated with 3 asterisks. The ellipsis is used in writing or printing to indicate an omission, especially of letters or words. Ellipses are frequently used within quotations to jump from one phrase to another, omitting unnecessary words that do not interfere with the meaning. Students writing research papers or newspapers quoting parts of speeches will often employ ellipses to avoid copying lengthy text that is not needed. First, it is used in omission of words. For example, she began to count 1, 2, 3, 4 until she got to 10, then went to find him. Here, ellipsis is used after 1, 2, 3, 4. Secondly, ellipsis is used within a quotation. For example, when Newton stated, an object at rest stays at rest and an object in motion stays in motion, he developed the law of motion. Here, in this example, ellipsis is used after in motion stays in motion.